Phill, played by Jamie Kinna, has tried to really integrate himself into the Coronation Street community since he started a romance with Fiz, Jenny McAlpine, last year. This has included making friends with ITV soap stalwart, Maria Connor, Samia Longcomban, who is running for a position on the council, advocating for less pollution in Weatherfield. However, in Monday's episode of the weeknight serial drama, the two characters were as thick as thieves when they tried to oust Maria's opponent in the political race, but it was clear Fiz was feeling dismayed over their bond. As she struggles to see things going further with Phill in the future, could this be the end of the road for the couple? The most recent installment of the Cobbles-based drama began with Maria convinced she wasn't going to win the political campaign. She had expressed her dismay to Phill last week. She felt she was losing the fight to strive for success, and it was clear he wanted to help. With a local newspaper journalist wanting to interview with her opponent for the councillor position, Phill came to the rescue at the very last second with some evidence she could use against her rival. What was revealed in the paperwork was how pollution levels were going to increase significantly if a new bypass was built where the red wreck used to be. For 2 years Maria's opponent had been sat on this information, and he was simply putting forward the advantages of the bypass rather than the consequences of it being built. Maria couldn't have been happier. Phill had come to her rescue, and when confronted with the evidence, her opponent was unable to defend his actions. With it looking more likely Maria was going to get more votes than her rival, the prospective councillor messaged Phill and Fiz to come and discuss the fallout of the day. "How did it go?" Phill asked his friend, who replied, "The journalist was very keen and she asked for lots of details. I was surprised she wasn't more shocked, to be honest," the council candidate added, with Phill telling her that was politics. "Is she sure the Gazette will print it?" he asked, with Maria confirming the story would be going live before the polls opened. "Phill, you have played a blinder," she continued, telling Phill she couldn't thank him enough for all this help with the matter. When Maria's opponent came back to the bistro, where she was celebrating her good news, he instantly recognized Phill. It seems Fiz's partner could have been implicated in the planning for the bypass, but for the moment, he is keeping this information under wraps. He also put the pieces of the puzzle together and realized it was Phill who ousted him to Maria, but she defended his corner. The hairdresser turned prospective councillor said the source who told her about the bypass plans was actually a woman, leaving her rival red-faced. After he had gone, Maria and Phill were talking on code, with Fiz not realizing the underlying context of the conversation. "What am I missing?" she asked as her friend and partner started giggling about their private joke. "Well, I was going to tell you," Phill told Fiz before Maria jumped in and added, "Your fella is a hero. Honestly, you are, Phill. I really think this is a big tipping point in my campaign, this is," she continued, with Fiz not looking too happy to be left out of the discussion. With it clear Phill and Maria are becoming a lot closer, Fiz could feel she is starting to lose another relationship. "How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phill in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. With Tyrone Dobbs, Alan Halshaw, leaving her to be with another woman, Fiz could be feeling as if history is going to repeat itself in a new theory by Express.co.uk. The mother of two could believe her partner is going to start an affair with Maria, despite the prospective counsellor being married to Gary Windass, Mikey North. Wanting to nip the matter in the bud before they move in together away from the Cobbles and believing this could be the right way to get revenge for the affair she believes is happening, Fiz could end things with her beau. He would be confused as to why she is calling things a day and not wanting to sound jealous. Fiz could come up with another excuse, as there would be nothing to keep him in Weatherfield, and with no affair happening with Maria, Phill could pack his bags. This would bring an end to his time on the show, and Maria could be just as confused as to why he is leaving the Cobbles. However, with her possible duties as a counsellor taking over as a priority, she could bid farewell without doing any digging into the reason. Fiz would be heartbroken another relationship hasn't worked out, as she was willing to move away from the Cobbles to begin a life with Phill. As it seems she could struggle with romances because of the way she has been treated in the past. Will Fiz ever find happiness?